I'm sitting watching blood while it dries on my sleeve, thinking why does everyone I love die or just leave? And if I mean a thing, then why would you leave? My mind only sees the suicide side of things. At this point we can't relate if you ain't lost everything.
Okay, so what's up guys, welcome back to West Wild World. Sorry if I have the sniffles, I'm not feeling too well, but I need to feed my snakes and clean them. So yeah, just gonna hop into it. No off days when you have no one else to work for you. But my puff adders down here went to the bathroom. I have actually separated my puff adders. I have the two females over there. They are getting ready to give birth because these snakes are actually live bearing. So that means that they don't come out in an egg. Technically they do, it's like sort of like a clear sac, but they come out fully developed. So they come out with their fangs and venom ready to go.
And these are my two male puff adders. And I'll talk about them a bit now.
Hello. This is my big Tanzanian locality puff adder. Puff adders occur through almost all of Africa, but there isn't different subspecies of them. They just split into different localities, which basically just means different colors. So you see this guy, he's a Tanzanian locale. Let's get out the other guy, which is a George locality. He is a lot more temperamental, so I have to be a lot more careful. It's roughly about the same size, but you guys can see the drastic difference. This guy is a sort of black and yellow with a very orange head, and the Tanzanians are more of a tan brown sort of color. Beautiful animals though. Okay, so just cleaned out the enclosure and planted those weeds back in there. They're not really live plants, they're just sort of for decoration. But let's get these guys out of here. Just spot clean them. And he's coming all the way out. These guys have lost weight because this is the breeding season right now. That's why I separated the males and the females. These guys are just concentrated on trying to mate. And also we have load shedding and it's winter. So what load shedding is basically we don't have electricity for about 8 to 12 hours a day, and obviously these guys rely on their heating mats for heat, and it is about 11 to about 14 degrees here where I am, so it's really not that warm for these guys. So yeah, it's not been too good. Hopefully these more hardy big animals will survive, but I haven't had very much luck with the baby snakes. They've just gone off food and yeah, it's not been too great. But sorry, both of these guys still have a lot of body weight, and if you want to come here, listen here, that is why they're called a puff adder. I don't know if you guys can see too well, but yeah, called a puff adder from that menacing hiss. But yeah, let's get him up. Again, this guy is very pissy, but you know, he's very beautiful as well. Absolutely gorgeous animals. Also roughly about 1 meter long. They can get up to about 1.2 meters. Some locales can get about 1.6 meters, which is a huge puff adder. But this is about the max that they will get. Very old boy this guy is. So let's get him in. And back in your home, brother. Cool. Just have some snakes to feed and some more snakes to clean, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, so the first snake I'm going to be giving a little snack to is my Eurocone rattlesnake, my favorite rattlesnake. Sorry, my favorite rattlesnake species. Let's see if this guy wants some food. Okay. Yeah, just have to be careful. This is obviously a pit viper found. Well, that is endemic to Venezuela. What endemic means is that it is only found in Venezuela, and these guys obviously are pit vipers, so he can pick up my infrared radiation and he could strike out at me instead of the rat. But I'm gonna leave it there for him. Sometimes he doesn't like striking out and sometimes he'll just take it. But let him be and move on to the next. Okay, so I just saw this guy, he was zooming around. This is my juvenile eastern green mamba. I do believe this is one of the special locales of Eastern Green Mamba, which is, camera woman, be careful. See, here's the zoomies. He's out and about. He doesn't care about the cold apparently, but let's see if he wants something to eat. Hey. But yeah, I believe this guy is one of the special locales, which is I believe it's a Mozambique locale. These guys have a red in between their scales and a blue stripe going down their back, which differentiates them from the normal Eastern Green Mamba. They aren't scientifically it's up here. They aren't scientifically split. The researcher who was researching it, I think, passed away. So the actual split was never done. But yeah, that's why I say it's a locale, not a different subspecies, which is what they wanted to make it. Hey, do you want? Seems like he is very interested. Let's see if we can get him out of this little place over here. Let's just tap him a little bit. Bop, 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 bop. There you go. Okay. Tried to give a little hiss there. Let's see if he'll take it. He usually doesn't eat on camera, but there we go. Little tag there. Now he thinks it's it. Look, it's running around. Dead. Obviously here where I am at, we cannot feed live, so we have to get all of our animals on frozen thawed some way or the other, which is quite sucky. But then again, I do not like feeding live because, yeah, it's sort of, you're giving no chance to the rat. No problem against people who feed live. I know some animals need it, but it's just not something I like to do. But yeah, I have to clean the Copperhead. I'm going to be offering Sassy the mole snake something to eat and my baby rattlesnake. And I'll see you guys there. Okay, so next up is this little Sassy pants, this little spastic mole snake. It is more than likely in this hide. Let's see if she wants something to eat. I guess she isn't in this hide. She's not. So these are fossorial snakes, so that means that they spend most of their life underground. And by the name mole snake, you can really assume what her main prey is. It is a non-venomous colubrid. She's popping up over here. So there's really no problem with me digging my hands in here. But there she is, and that's why we call her Sassy. Just shoots out of nowhere and is very spastic. There we go. She wrapped it up. I think she does want it. So she doesn't really like to eat in front of us because she is very, very defensive. As you can see there, no one even moved and she went like that. So I think I'm just going to get her to bite down on it again and then we're going to close her up. But you can see how sassy she is. Okay, so next up is going to be my shield nose cobra. A cobra that isn't actually a cobra. Look how beautiful that guy is. There, that's why they called it cobra. They stand up like that, spread a very narrow hood, bluff and hiss. Just basically make themselves appear as big as possible to try and scare you off. They do have a neurotoxic venom, so they are a venomous species, but there aren't any recorded deaths from them. Obviously from the small size they don't have a lot of venom, but they are front fixed elapids, so they have small little fangs at the front of the thing. They're called shield nose cobras because, as you guys can see, that little upturned rostral scale or roostral scale is there and it looks like a little shield. That actually helps them dig because these are fossorial species similar to that of the mole snake. And yeah, beautiful little animals. But let's see if he will take this little snack. It's not a problem if he doesn't. You'll just have an extra little pinky that no one else will take. So let's see. Yeah. 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 Is it too small for you to try and enjoy? Is that what it is? Bite it. Bite it. Bite it. I know you want to. I know you want to. But yeah, so people sometimes ask me what the best beginner venomous snake is, and there isn't really. The best thing to do is to learn under someone who does have venomous that is local to you. But what I always say is get a local venomous snake. So obviously if you're from South Africa, these guys would be a local venomous snake to get. Also very good to try and handle these guys because it actually it teaches you hook and tailing. Obviously they are very small to hook and tail, but with the normal other starter venomous snakes, they usually are boreal vipers, which you literally cannot hook and tail if they're pissy without getting a tag. But he seems like he doesn't want anything. So yeah, we'll move on to the Copperhead and then I'll tell you guys a bit about that. Hello. Okay, so we're moving on to one of the other starter venomous that people say you should get. He is busy zooming. Hello. This is... Ooh, is that your tail? Is that your tail? Hey? So... Oh, it is. So that is a warning mechanism of the Copperhead. They say this guy is one of the better starter venomous because their venom isn't that potent, but they have been known to cause human fatalities. Well, I don't think it's a good starter pet for people in South Africa is because if you get bitten, doctors won't really know how to treat you. They'll treat you symptomatically, but there is no anti-venom available for these guys. With the shield-nosed cobra, obviously there is no anti-venom for them because they don't cause human fatalities, but the doctors would at least have seen that bite before. So yeah, it's sort of area specific, but yeah, these guys aren't a bad starter venomous, especially at this size. They can teach you how to hook and tail. Obviously they don't get much bigger than this, only about 80 centimeters to about a meter. But they are beautiful animals. They have a potent hemotoxic venom similar to water moccasins or I can't remember the other name for cottonmouth. There we go. Similar venom to that, which was just really attack the red blood cells, causing you to bleed internally, also causing tissue damage and necrosis in some severe bites. So yeah, I mean it is quite a good starter snake, but again, much rather get a local animal than anything else. Sure, I need to clean up this enclosure, or her enclosure, and then move on. Okay, so I didn't say this in the beginning, but this is a temporary enclosure. I'm planning on moving it, redoing the puff adders enclosure and moving it in there once the puff adders give birth, and then I'll introduce them back to the males. But yeah, so it's sufficient space. It's long enough for her to stretch fully out without, crinking up. So it's good for now, but it's not her final resting place. But she seems very food motivated and a bit pissy today, which is unusual. Most of the time, copperheads are usually known as calm snakes, but yeah, this girl is a bit sassy today. But I always thought that these guys look like great white sharks. I have no idea why, but their face just, I don't know, it's just something about them. That's why I've always really liked these guys. That's why I got one in my collection. They are pit vipers, as you can see those big holes in the front of their face are nostrils. They are to assist with hunting at night of warm-blooded prey. But she's an absolute gorgeous copperhead. She's actually wrapped me up here, it's quite cute. But I'm gonna just get it back into her enclosure. Yeah, move on to the next snake. Alrighty, so the last snake for today is going to be my Central American, Neotropical rattlesnake actually. He is just in this hide. Let's see if he wants some food. I think I spooked him. So let's open this up real quick. There he is. He is a neonate or a juvenile Neotropical rattlesnake. Let's move this leaf. Here he is. Hello. Cute little thing. One little snack. It's not warm enough. Oh, checking it. You want it? No? Maybe I need to go warm it up a bit more. Yeah, let me just go. Okay, so I just warmed it up. Hopefully that does the trick for him. Not warm enough for you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Not wanted. Okay, well, you know, at least you got to see it. Being a bit of an idiot, maybe this other one you'll take? Or is it too small? Too small for you? But these guys actually have a potent neurotoxic venom. Unlike most crotalus or rattlesnakes, they have a mix actually of neurotoxic and hemotoxic, the normal venom of crotalus. So this guy will shut down your nervous system as well as destroy your red blood cells. So this is not a bite you would necessarily want to take. Even at this small size, without anti-venom treatment, I'm pretty sure he would drop me. So a snake that really does demand respect, but it doesn't seem like he wants it. So yeah. Alright, don't have any other snakes that I can give this to, so that's why sometimes maybe it's good to have like little baby crocs, just little dumpsters. But thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.